Welcome one and all to this very special One by Bikes. Special because it's my first ride of my brand new Propain Tyee. So let's see how we get on. I will say, I did change out the tires. It came equipped on my choice. It was a choice between a few different ones, and I picked the Maxxis dissectors, which are really good, but I use my bike in a different way from other people. Well, no trouble with pedaling. It got up that easily enough. Very little in the way of pedal bob. Excuse me for breathing hard. Whew. No, for the most part, when I do my daily cycle, I cycle to Rainbow and then cycle back again. And I quickly realized that the Maxxis dissector tires were not the best for cycling. Whoopsie daisy. The 7 kilometers, about 5 miles to Rainbow through town. The Maxxis dissectors went, well, I still got them, and I got some Schwalbe Smart Sams with the Addicts compound, which is grippy as all hell. Oh, I need to jump that one day. That day is not today though. Whew. And I've just realised I have never ridden this trail at my own pace. I've always had either Miles or Sophie in front of me. Right, this hill, I don't think I've ever made it up. So let's see how well the Tyee climbs. It's not quite your pink bike impossible climb. Oh, come on, man. No, didn't make it. Hi. That corner there got me. But this bike climbs really well. It's just the rider that ain't so good. So first impressions. When I first got it, it felt huge. But that's going from a large size Cannondale, which is basically a cross-country bike. Yeah, going from the Cannondale F600 to this, and this is the seating position. The seat post is really quite steep. It is more laid back on the Cannondale, so you feel more stretched out over the bike, more of a cross-country riding position. So at first this bike seemed big. I'm getting used to the size of it now, and I'm getting used to how it feels underneath me. Yeah. You know, it's not as alien anymore. So things like wheelies are getting easier. Manuals and bunny hops are getting there as well. It's just getting used to getting used to the size of the bike underneath you. But this thing It's brilliant. It's a long travel enduro, as you know. And the reason I bought this and not a trail bike, I did look at the Propain Tyee, and then I started looking at people riding Whistler and just went, I want some of that. Now, I dare say you could attempt a lot of the stuff at Whistler on a Propain Tyee, and a Propain Tyee would be brilliant in a place like this. Lost. There. I'm fairly sure the Tyee would be excellent here. But I'll say this now, this Tyee isn't half bad. When I'm pedaling, it feels stiff. When I'm going down hills, it's compliant. It turns fairly well. It's the carbon fiber version, so it's not that heavy. I put it on the scale the other day and it came in at just over 14 kilos, which for an enduro bike, I'm told, it's not too bad. Yeah, a lot of people are looking for that one bike, what people call the quiver killer. Ladies and gentlemen, your bike may have arrived. Is it big? Yeah. It's 170 travel front and 160 travel back. But it's fairly flickable. One thing I have noticed though, jumping. Jumping on a Cannondale, being a hardtail, it just took off. Jumping with this, you definitely need to preload. Otherwise, where are we going? It's down here, isn't it? Or is it? Oh, well, we're going this way now. Yeah, suspension's so big that it will eat any bumps if you don't preload into them. Oh wow, this is pretty. Yeah, got myself home, went to the fridge, went, I don't have time for lunch. Put the bike in the back of the car. I came straight out here. Wow, green tunnel. Whew. Well, coming out at lunchtime as well, this time of day, I'm less likely to be overtaken by a lycra-clad local. God, that annoys me. Hey. Yeah. This thing's alright in the tight stuff. Answers in the comments, folks. I very, very rarely even touch my back brake. Even going down really, pedal strike like a beast. Even going down really tight stuff, I very rarely touch the back brake, in fact never almost. Is this dangerous? I can control the bike to a high degree using just the front brake, but this, I guess, comes from motorcycles. Those of you who've ridden motorcycles before know that the front brake is here, where it should be on the right hand side. Right, so here we go. Front brake, more front brake, let go, apply, let go, apply. Yeah. Back brakes are for doing back hops. Oh man, I love this bike. Oop. And that's the slow way, this is the over the wall way. Yeah. When I was looking for bikes, saw this and then went around looking for reviews on it, and they're all in German. This bike coming from Germany, from a fairly small manufacturer, and I don't speak German. Noch einmal, bitte, is about all I've got, which means another one, please, which works fine if you're in a pub. It doesn't work quite so fine if you're in a fight at pub closing time. No thank you. Another one, please. Ow! Man, another beer! Not another punch in the face. Oh. Crikey pops. I need some new legs. Or maybe I should have put some fuel in the tank before I came out here. Yeah, to summarize, this bike is big, it's beautiful, it's a planted ride. Some people have said you feel on top of it. That's not how I would describe it. You're not in it by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not skitterish at all. It soaks up everything, it pedals well. Quiver killer, yeah, why not? The Propain Tyee, it is a quiver killer.
So now we come to the review part of the video, where usually a slick and professional journalist with years of experience in the world of journalism and hopefully in the world of mountain biking, maybe with a few years of experience actually riding mountain bikes, will tell you all about the gorgeous product that you see before you. Unfortunately, I'm neither professional nor a journalist. What am I? I'm just a guy who happens to have bought a bike that you may be interested in. Are you interested in this piece of machinery? Or are you more interested in the buns, water biscuits? They're water biscuits. Although this bike has had some fairly positive reviews, particularly with relation to the suspension system, the Propain suspension system, it has received some criticism. Criticisms basically aimed at the noise the bike makes, chain slap and cable rattle. Now, it seems that Propain have addressed some of these issues. On top of the chain stays here, there are adhesive foam pads. So when the chain comes down, it hits these pads and dampens any noise. Again, on the seat stay here, there is a foam pad. Again, adhesive. Hopefully, Propain, if you're listening to this, these little pads will be available in your accessories store. Because if they're not, I'm going to be cross and I'm going to come and find you and I'm going to sing outside your window for the rest of your life. And I'm a bad singer. So nowadays, when I cycle this bike, it is utterly silent. Do you know what it reminds me of? You know that pad that you get from animals? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like an animal moving quickly across rough ground. Very little noise. The only noise you hear are from the tyres and occasionally the zzz from the chainring from the cassette. Again, another criticism was the internal cable routing. This is where my dropper post is going to go, but on the other side, the brake and the gear shifter run internally routed through the frame. There was report of it rattling. The tolerances now for this aperture, or the two on the other side, are so incredibly tight, so incredibly fine, that there is no noise coming from it whatsoever. It is as quiet and silent as a quiet and silent thing. So here are a couple of things that I personally don't like about my bike. One, I can't say it's a personal thing because I never even tried it. I took the warnings from other people and I changed the seat out straight away for this beautiful ergon seat. What I will say, I've come straight from a specialized seat to this one here. This one feels firm but supportive. It is undoubtedly the product of research and science and not just someone wildly doodling. Good seat might feel a bit strange to begin with. Next thing I don't like, these grips. The 6-pack kamikaze grips. They're not very supportive. I often get numb hands. I prefer also a flange around the inside here to stop the hand migrating in. It's normal when you're sitting on a bicycle for your hands to want to come to shoulder width. If they're out like this, they're going to start to migrate in. If you've got a flange around the end of your grips, it's something for your hands to support against. Also, what I don't like is a very nasty, hard plastic end cap there. Might not sound much until you lean your bicycle against a wall and then all of a sudden you see your carbon fibre beauty sliding off the wall and straight towards the floor. On more than one occasion have I leapt to my bicycle's defence to grab. These, no good. Also, because they're unsupportive, I think they're probably going to get changed out for either P&Ws, the Lone grips, or Ergon's grips. At the moment I'm leaning towards the Ergon grips, basically because that saddle is a beaut. So, in my rush to get out of the door and come biking, I forgot to give you things I like about this bike. Well, one thing is for certain, it pedals like a hardtail. I mean that sincerely. Pedaling out here today, 7 kilometers, 7.5 kilometers, it rides like a road bike on tarmac. It is fabulous. It climbs wonderfully. Very little in the way of pedal bob. It steers fantastically. At slow speed, it really steers quickly. At high speed, it's incredibly stable. I've yet to try out how it is at high speed turns because we have very little of them around where we live. Jumping on it feels brilliant. It's given me so much confidence. Wheeling, getting better at wheelies, manual's the same. When the dropper post arrives, those things will be tackled in good order. I think it looks beautiful. I really do. I love the colour of it. I love the geometry. I love how it feels underneath me. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. I would absolutely recommend it.
If you are a novice biker, I would recommend it. If you are someone coming back to mountain biking, I would recommend it. If you are already deeply immersed into the world of mountain biking, you already know what you like. Go look at the geometry of this thing. The only criticism I would say is that the chainstay, seat stay situation is the same length no matter the model. Other than that, this thing is it's a tank in velvet slippers.
Other things that are going to be changed out. Dropper post will be purchased. Trust me, needs to be done. I was feeling a bit strapped when I bought this, so I didn't buy the dropper post. I would still not have bought the dropper post they offered, because the dropper post they offered wasn't a one-up dropper. That's what I want, the one-up dropper. That's what I'm going to purchase when I can get my hands on one. Also, in order to alleviate hand numbness, that is a bad one, by the way. If you've ever been going downhill and you can't feel your brakes, you don't know how much braking you're applying, it doesn't feel good. So the one-up carbon bar will also be purchased for this. Then, as I progress, maybe some new dampers for the forks, maybe a new shock with piggyback reservoir, maybe, I don't know, we will see. Maybe even some spiffy carbon fiber wheels, I don't know. We shall see. Answers in the comments. People that have carbon fiber wheels, let me know and let other people know. Are they good? Are they too stiff? How heavy are they? How light are they? All information is good information. Of that I am sure. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this review. I've certainly enjoyed making it for you. As always, if you like the content, like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Thumbs up are always appreciated. Leave a comment. Please leave a comment. I'll reply to you. I've got, 15 subscribers at the moment. All of this has been made possible by your generous subscriptions. Leave comment, like, press the notifications icon. I normally, together with my fam, release videos on a Wednesday or a Thursday. This one may be a little bit late because I was sweating doing this talk to you guys, but anything is possible. We will see. Like, subscribe, write a comment, give us a thumbs up, hit the bell icon, and remember, at One Buy Bikes, we say one buy is one better.